But today is not a day to pontificate. It's not a day for preachers to give answers to all life's questions. Today is simply a day to say thank you. You know, each one of us has had things happen to us, moments that we've shared that we are not necessarily thankful for. But in the middle of our journey, in the middle of all the stuff you go through, there are moments, often unnoticed and taken for granted, where somehow we're touched by the grace of a friend or the gentle touch of a stranger, maybe somebody in our family, and we forget to say thanks for all that ordinary stuff that we get every day. A couple things I'm thankful for. Number one, I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for your incredible acceptance of me for the person I am, your good humor at many of the quirks I have, laughing at stuff that I say that really isn't funny, the stuff I do that drives you nuts, because without you, I'm not a pastor. And every day, you in your own way give me purpose and direction. I'm also thankful this day for a young man that most of you have not met. His name is Will. And he waddles over here every day from Sandburg, and he works here for an hour and a half. He is severely developmentally disabled. He has special needs. You know something? We're all special needs. It's just a question of what kind of needs we have. Will is probably a little too heavy. He can't talk very well. He gets tired after 7 minutes of pushing a broom. But when he walks through the front door of our church, Will looks into the secretary's office. He looks into my office. He looks into the hallway. And he has a smile as big as the state of Illinois, because he has that glow of being accepted. He can't say it. Maybe he doesn't know how to express it. But you can just tell when Will walks through the door, he feels at home. And every day he reminds me of the fragileness of the human condition, but also the majesty of what it means just to live on this earth. And so I'm thankful for Will. I wish it was different for him. I wish he could do more. But I hope somewhere out there that he'll understand what a difference he makes in the world. And I'm thankful for all those people in the world, maybe some of you, who are incredibly underpaid for what you do. I especially think of the counselors at St. Coletta's, who have one of the toughest and most rewarding jobs in the world. I think of the aides at a nursing home like Lexington, where I try to take care of Dorothy. I think of Paquito. Paquito told me, he said, "Don, let me be honest with you. I've been a counselor at St. Coletta's for 25 years. But I am not married. I have no kids. I live with my sister, who's a retired physician. And so I am free to make not much money. But if it wasn't for that, I couldn't do this." But somehow, some way, Paquito symbolizes the humility and beauty of the human spirit. He brings flowers. He makes cakes. If some of the clients run out of money and food stamps by the end of the month, he pays for groceries out of his own pocket. And if I ever have a moment for a pity party, if I ever feel like I don't have enough, I think of people like you. I think of Paquito and all those people who serve, not because of the money they make, but because of the calling they have. Yeah, whenever I get puffed up, I think of the humble Filipino that has really changed my life over the years. And so I'm walking out of a Lexington nursing home the other day, and I say thank you to the aide who is taking care of Dorothy. And as I leave, I say, have a blessed Thanksgiving and a very meaningful Christmas season. And she says, well, I think I'm going to take my kids shopping tonight and buy a Christmas tree. And she kind of says, Christmas trees they're so expensive now. And I said, yeah, they sure are, and we'll just have a good night. I'm about ready to get on the elevator to go downstairs to go home. And I hear a voice. And the voice kind of says this. It says, Don, maybe you ought to practice what you preach. And I go, yeah. So I turn around and reach into my magic backpack, and I pull out a little something, and I go back to that aid, and I said, by the way, have fun picking out a tree. I hope this will help. And I come back here, and I come into the sanctuary, and I say a little prayer of thanks. And I says, Don, do you know how lucky you are to work for a church that really, really understands what life is all about? To each one of you, a blessed Thanksgiving. Amen. We'll continue with the offering and a song by the choir.